Most people think using AI tools like ChatGPT, Grok, Copilot requires technical skills. They hear words like prompt engineering and immediately think this isn't for me. Well, I want to tell you something very important today. You do not need to be an engineer to talk to these AI tools. You just need to be clear, you just need to be curious, and you need to ask. That's what prompt writing is. It's simply asking well. In the same way, we've learned how to write a resume to find the right job or draft a great email to keep a conversation respectful and productive. Prompt writing is just another language of clarity. It's not complicated, it's not technical, and certainly it's not reserved for coders and scientists. Today, I am not going to teach you prompt engineering. I am going to show you how to write powerful prompts using the same skills you already use every single day. Asking thoughtful questions, setting clear expectations, and having meaningful conversations. When we learn how to communicate with AI the way we would communicate with a smart team member, a new door always opens. Not a door for more complexity, but a door to simplicity, to speed, to insight. Because the future of every profession, it's not about who knows most. It's about who asks the best questions. And that journey starts here with you. So join me in this interesting and engaging training on prompt writing. So let's begin. Like I said, prompt writing is not necessarily engineering. It's not complicated. Keep practicing till it becomes second nature for you. And trust me, you will enjoy it like a good coffee. So, what is prompt writing? Prompt writing is nothing but giving clear instructions to an AI tool like Grok or Copilot or ChatGPT to get useful and tailored responses. It's as simple as that. Think of a prompt like ordering coffee. A vague order like coffee might get you anything, but specifically saying one small latte with oat milk gets exactly what you want. Being precise, specific, detailed helps you get better results. These are some of the key principles of effective prompt writing. First and foremost, clarity. Use simple, straightforward language. Second, specificity. Include details of what you would want. Third is context. Provide background, example, purpose, or the audience of what you're planning to create using a ChatGPT or Grok or Copilot. Fourth is tone. Specify the desired tone. It could be professional, casual, so on and so forth. Let's deep dive into the first principle that we talked about, which was clarity. Write prompts in plain language. Avoid vague words. Use short, direct sentences. And we are going to talk about this and walk through some of the examples. Do not use ambiguous terms or assume that AI knows your intent. Going back to the previous example of ordering just coffee versus ordering one small latte with oat milk. An example of a prompt that has decent level of clarity. Here it is. Draft a professional and welcoming introduction email to announce a new team member to the team based on the brief bio provided below. The email should be concise, engaging, and suitable for a vice president to send to a diverse team. Principle number two, specificity. Include details like length, format, or purpose in your prompt. Be precise about the output. Example, you can ask the prompt for a specific word count or number of sentences or some kind of structure. Do not leave out details or you will get very generic results. Example of such kind of specificity is to start that email with a warm greeting to the team. Introduce the new team member by name and role. We're being very specific. Another instruction that we'll include with that prompt is the length of the email should be between 6 to 7 sentences. So in the previous slide, we talked about clarity. In this slide, we are talking about specificity. So to the previous prompt or the example in the prompt, we are adding structure and length of the email to define specificity of the output. The third principle is context. Share background to guide the AI's response. Mention the purpose, audience, or setting in your prompt. Do not skip context as it leads to irrelevant responses. Example of context in the prompt would be the bio that we would attach to the prompt, sharing specific information, and then detailing the name, the role, the background, personal interests as part of the context that we'll share with the prompt. The fourth principle is tone. Specify the tone to match your audience. It could be formal, friendly. You could also request the AI to match the tone in which you usually articulate your communication, regardless of the audience to your preference. Clearly state the tone you want. Do not assume the AI will pick the right tone automatically. Example, keep the tone professional yet approachable, fostering a sense of inclusion. This is how our prompt would look like after considering all of the 4 principles that we talked about in the last few minutes. Take a few seconds to look at this prompt. What we'll also do is we'll actually use the same prompt and see what Grok gives us as an output live in this session. Let me just copy and paste this prompt. I'll just paste the exact prompt and send it to Grok. Let's see what happens. Wow, see how quick this is? Let me read the output of this prompt for all of us. So it's also given us a subject line for the email to avoid, whatever minutes or seconds that we would want to think about a subject line. It says, welcome our new project leader, Simply Awesome. Simply Awesome is just a name I made up for this prompt. So the email reads like, dear team, I am thrilled to announce Simply Awesome, our new project leader with 15 years of experience in project management, including roles at 3 Fortune 50 companies. Simply brings a wealth of expertise in leading client projects and driving transformative programs, earning the Top Performer of the Year award last year. Outside of work, Simply also enjoys hiking and volunteering at a local community centers, which reflects their commitment to community and balance. Please join me in giving Simply a warm welcome and offering your support as they settle into the team. I am confident their leadership and energy will inspire us all. Best regards, Vice President of People. See how easy it was to get such an engaging email with all the necessary information, yet having a tone of welcoming the new individual and sharing it with the rest of the team. This is how easy it is to write the prompt. My suggestion would be, once you crafted a prompt like this, maybe just have it saved in a file, and every time you have a new team member to introduce, just add the bio or just update the bio and maybe tweak a few details, and just send this prompt each time to Copilot or Grok or ChatGPT to get such a beautiful email within seconds. Let's go back to our presentation. I also want to walk us through another practical scenario. Let's say that scenario is drafting an event invitation. So our goal is to draft an invitation for an event. We'll use a very simple, short, and specific prompt as you see on the screen. The prompt reads, write a 50-word invitation for a community book club meeting targeting local residents in a friendly tone, formatted as a short paragraph. As you may see, this prompt includes all of the principles that we talked about, and it's simply so short and it's such easily written. So let's actually use this prompt and submit it to Grok once again to see what response we get. Okay, here it goes. So this is what we got within seconds. The invitation will now say, join our cozy community book club. We are meeting next Saturday at 3 p.m. at the Willow Library to discuss the night circus. All local residents are welcome. Bring a friend and your love for stories. Snacks will be provided. Let's share great reads and good vibes. See you there. As you might have seen, it provided us with an output within seconds, yet it's added something on its own. So it's always necessary to also quickly review and fine tune some of the outputs. One of the reasons that we got an output where it was slightly vague was also because our prompt wasn't as detailed in providing the context and the background as much as possible. In the same prompt, if we apply a bit of more background, we would get a much more detailed results. But at the end of the day, if you wanted a short introduction, it just takes seconds. Let's walk us through another scenario, and that scenario is a project plan. Our goal is to create a simple project plan. So we'll write a prompt which is not as detailed but is yet simplistic. So the prompt says, write a project plan for organizing a small team workshop, including 5 key tasks for a manager in a professional tone formatted as a numbered list. Now, as you might see that we are not giving the prompt the instructions as to what the 5 key tasks are. Sometimes we might a lot of us might procrastinate on thinking of ideas for a project workshop, and it takes us hours if not days coming up with ideas, sometimes weeks. But for a matter of fact, it might not take AI a lot of time to come up with ideas. So let's be experimental and just give this prompt to AI and see what ideas for the 5 key tasks the AI would recommend to us. I'll just copy this prompt in front of us and paste it in Grok, and we'll watch it together. Wow, look how detailed the responses, just based on a very short prompt that we submitted into Grok. It's actually created a project plan. It's actually outlined the objective. It's suggested the scope. It's given key tasks on its own. The first task is define workshop objectives and agenda. Second is secure venue and resources. Third is communication with participants. Fourth is assign roles and facilitators. Fourth is evaluation and follow-up. It's also suggested a timeline, the stakeholders that would need to be involved, and the success criteria. Isn't this such a great stencil that's available to us within seconds? And obviously, we take this stencil and fine tune this stencil to our needs. But I'm sure this would have avoided hours if not days worth of work if we were to do it without AI. Um, I hope you are enjoying this training so far, and feel free to share your feedback um, with me in the comments. We'll go back to our presentation. Scenario number 3. Let's try to use AI to summarize some data. So our goal in this scenario is to summarize survey data. This survey example that we are referring to is an employee engagement survey. It's a prompt that we are going to use for, and we'll again just use Grok because it's open in my browser. You could use any of the GPT tools that are available in the market. So the prompt is basically telling the AI to summarize feedback from a 10-person team survey, and the survey specifically focuses on remote/hybrid working and the feedback that was received from the survey. Let's use this exact prompt and send it to Grok, and let's see what kind of outcome it provides. Again, this is an imaginary scenario, so I've just made up some examples. I'll create a new window. Okay, I'm pasting the prompt to summarize the survey feedback in Grok, and let's see what output it gives us. I'll just correct a small typo. My apologies. Isn't this magic? So the prompt basically gave us a tabular representation of the survey feedback data, and it's also categorized the feedback in terms of commentary or challenges that the individuals might have shared. A lot of the AI tools also take Excel files or Excel data as input. I think some of them might be using paid versions. In certain situations, the tools that are available to you in your workplace might also allow you to analyze work-related data on your work computers in that secure environment. But again, this was just an example to show you or give you a glimpse of the potential of these AI tools in our day-to-day work and using just such simple queries. So in conclusion, I hope you've realized that prompt writing is extremely easy. All that you need to do is use clarity, specificity, context, and tone to get great outcomes. What I want to tell you is it's not just easy to write prompts, but it's also fun once you start enjoying it. I hope you found this training helpful, and I hope you will be able to use some of the examples that we walked through today. Once again, I guarantee you, prompt writing isn't rocket science. It's very easy. Keep playing and practicing with ChatGPT, Grok, all the AI tools that you want to. So, and enjoy writing great prompts and saving a lot of time, money, effort on your part. So thank you so much, and thank you for being so patient with me during this session. I hope you found this helpful. And subscribe to Simply Awesome People. Thank you.